This ginger ale tastes extra bright tonight, and I keep wondering what people really mean when they say agents are the next step for AI.
When people say agents, they usually mean software that can notice what is going on, decide on a plan, and then take actions to reach a goal.
So it is not just answering questions, it is actually doing things.
Yes, an agent does not wait for every small instruction, because it can choose tools, sequence tasks, and try again if a step fails.
That sounds exciting, but it also sounds a little risky if it acts on my behalf.
It can be risky if you give it a wide permission set, which is why good design gives it only the tools and limits it needs.
I want a picture in my head, like a simple story of how one would help me in real life.
Imagine you need a refund for a delayed flight and a new booking under a price cap, and the agent checks policy, fills forms, and searches for a new route while you sip your drink.
It would read the airline site, open the claim page, pick a flight, and confirm before it spends my money.
It could do all of that if you allow those steps and set a budget, a price limit, and a rule that it must ask before the final purchase.
So the key is what I allow and what I do not allow.
That is the key, along with logging every step, so you can see a clear trail of what it tried and what it decided.
People online keep saying agents will replace our jobs, and I do not know how to feel about that.
I think agents will take certain tasks first, especially repetitive digital chores, while people keep the judgment, taste, and final calls.
I like the idea that I can keep the creative part and let the agent do the boring part.
That is a healthy way to see it, and it is also how teams get more output without losing the human touch.
What makes an agent more than a normal assistant that only chats?
A normal assistant replies to prompts, but an agent can set sub-goals, pick tools like a calendar or an email client, and chain steps toward a result.
Tools sound powerful, and a little scary when they can send mail or change files.
That is why we scope tools, like letting it draft an email but requiring you to press send.
Does an agent remember what it did last time, or does it start fresh each day?
It can keep short-term memory during a task, and some setups save long-term memory as notes or summaries for later runs.
If it remembers past trips, it could know I like an aisle seat and a ginger ale on the cart.
It could note your seat choice and budget, but the drink on the cart will still be a happy surprise from the cabin crew.
Fair point, and I love a small surprise when it is harmless and sweet.
In systems, we want fewer surprises, so we constrain actions, we rate outputs, and we practice safe defaults.
What does safe default look like in a daily task?
Safe default means it suggests first, simulates next, asks for approval, and only then performs limited actions inside a sandbox.
Sandbox means a safe zone where damage cannot spread.
Yes, a test account, or a limited folder, or a fake payment method that stops before any real charge.
What about the time when the agent gets confused, like when a website blocks scripts or a form asks for a strange code?
A good agent says it is stuck, it explains the reason, and it returns control to you, rather than making a wild guess.
I like that it admits confusion, since people do that too when we hit a wall.
Honest uncertainty is healthy, and it builds trust when a tool knows its limits.
How do I pick a first task to try? Because I want to win on day one.
Pick a small task that repeats, has clear success rules, and does not touch money or privacy on the first try.
Give me an example that fits those rules.
You could have it collect store hours for 3 local shops and place the data in a small table, and then you verify the result.
If it passes, what is the next level?
Next, you add a mild action, like sending you a daily summary email of those hours, with a subject that you define.
And only later would I let it place an order or change a reservation.
Yes, that comes after many trials, clear logs, and a habit of checking before committing.
What is inside the head of an agent when it plans?
Inside the plan, it breaks a big job into steps, chooses which tool fits each step, checks the outcome, and loops if the step failed.
So it is like a small checklist with a sense of time.
That is a good way to hear it, and it also keeps a budget of tokens, money or time, so it does not run away.
Runaway makes me think of a scary loop that never ends.
Loops can happen when results are unclear, so we add stop conditions, like a maximum number of tries, and a clear end state.
What does a clear end state look like for the flight case?
The end state could be a confirmed refund claim number, a new booking under a fixed price, and a summary with links for you to double-check.
Can it learn a habit like always showing me the price history before it suggests a route?
Yes, you can write that rule into the prompt and store it in a profile that the agent reads before each run.
People also talk about many agents working together, and I do not know how that would look.
You can picture a small team where one agent searches, another plans, and a third executes actions with limits, while a final reviewer checks the result.
So a team has roles and handoffs, which sounds like real-life work.
That is the point, since division of labor keeps each agent simple and reduces the risk of one giant agent doing too much.
Where do values and ethics sit in this picture, since choices can be subtle?
Values live in the rules you write, the approvals you require, the data you do not collect, and the cases you refuse to automate.
Refuse to automate is strong, and I like that you said it.
Some tasks should stay human, like sensitive news to a friend or a final check on a loan denial.
I wonder how people keep agents from making expensive mistakes while still moving fast.
The answer is to move fast in a test space and move carefully in a live space, with clear reviews in between.
It feels like driving on a quiet road before joining a busy highway.
That picture is perfect, and we can also add a speed limit while the driver is still new.
How do we measure if an agent is worth the time and setup?
We measure time saved, error rate reduced, user joy, and the number of tasks done without you typing every step.
User joy sounds soft, but I think it matters a lot after a long day.
It matters because tools that reduce stress make space for your mind to breathe, and that is a quiet form of value. Let us test that value on a calm task like turning long emails into short bullet points that you can read in 1 minute.
I would love that, since my inbox makes me feel heavy sometimes.
The agent can pull in the mail, strip the greetings, and produce a neat list with the key dates and decisions.
I would still want to see the original messages when something looks odd.
You can always include a link to the source and a short note that explains any missing context.
What about privacy for messages that are personal?
You can exclude personal folders by default and run the agent only on a work label, which is a simple but strong boundary. A good setup draws a bright line between private content and work content, and we never cross that line without a new and clear choice.
What do we do when the agent gives a result that is wrong but looks smooth?
We set up spot checks and compare the result to a known source, and we ask for a reason for each step in plain words.
So a reason is not the same as a guess.
A reason is a clear path from input to action to output, and it gives you a way to judge the chain.
Could the agent do something creative, like draft a letter in my voice without sounding fake?
If you provide a few samples, the agent can learn your tone, but you should review before sending to protect your voice.
Voice means more than style, since it also holds values and respect for people.
That is true, so we give the agent guidelines like positive tone, plain words, and no pressure on the reader.
I worry that my own skills might fade if I let the agent handle so much.
You can keep your skills fresh by doing the first draft sometimes and asking the agent to critique rather than write.
That turns it into a coach, not a ghostwriter.
And a coach can make you better by pointing out gaps without taking away your role.
Can an agent help a small shop owner who has no time and no team?
It can list top tasks for the week, pull key numbers from a sheet, draft simple posts, and flag late invoices with a polite note.
Late invoices are stressful, so a gentle note that saves face would be helpful.
We can write templates that stay kind and clear, and the agent fills the facts and dates for each case.
What is the biggest myth about agents that you want to correct?
The biggest myth is that they must be huge to be useful, when small and focused agents often win.
Small and focused sounds like a kitchen tool that does one job well.
Yes, a simple peeler is used more than a flashy device that tries to do every job and ends up on a shelf.
What is the second biggest myth?
That agents must be left alone, when in truth the best results come from steady teamwork between human judgment and machine effort.
I can accept that teamwork if the agent is honest when it does not know.
We can even write a rule that says it must say it is unsure and list options when facts are weak.
What happens if a website changes and the agent breaks?
A good agent detects that a step failed, reports the error, and asks for new instructions, rather than forcing a brittle path.
So the agent is humble and does not pretend.
That is the right attitude, and it makes the whole system safer.
Show me a second scenario that is not travel or email.
Consider research for a new hobby, where the agent gathers 5 sources, extracts key points, and gives links in a neat format for you to read.
I would like it to avoid junk sites and pick sources I can trust.
We can make a whitelist and a rule that says it must show at least 2 independent sources for any claim.
If it finds different answers, what then?
It can present the split, explain each side, and say what more evidence would help to resolve the gap.
It starts to sound like a careful friend, not a loud one.
Careful friends make better partners for long work.
What if I want 2 agents to work together without me in the middle?
We can let a planner propose steps and an executor carry them out, while a checker watches for errors and cost, and you still approve big moves.
That feels like a tiny company in my laptop.
It is a tiny company with a clear boss, and the boss is still you.
Give me a short list of rules I can keep in mind when I design my first agent.
Keep the goal narrow, keep permissions minimal, keep logs complete, keep budgets low, and keep approvals for anything that can change money or privacy.
I want to add one more rule, which is to rest when I feel anxious about it.
Rest is wise, since a clear mind makes better frames and safer rules.
How do I keep this topic fun rather than tense?
Fun grows when you start small, celebrate each safe win, and use the time you saved for something you love.
I love the idea of spending that time with music and a tall ginger ale.
That image is perfect, and it is also the point, since tools should give life more room.
Tell me one mistake you saw and what fixed it.
A team let an agent sign up for trials without a cap, and the fix was a spending limit, a pre-approval step, and a daily report.
I will remember that a clear cap can save me from small leaks.
Caps prevent slow drips that add up over a month.
How would you explain agents to a teen who has never heard the term?
I would say it is like a careful helper on your phone that can follow a plan and use simple tools, but it asks you first when the choice matters.
Would you say there is a right time of day to run an agent?
Run heavy tasks when you are free to check the results, and schedule low-risk tasks at night.
Should I give it a name, or would that make me trust it too much?
A friendly name is fine, as long as you remember it is still a tool with rules and limits.
What would be a good last thought before I try my first build?
Be curious, be patient, and make the next safe step, not the largest step.
Thank you for making a hard topic feel calm and clear.
You ask good questions, which is why the ideas now feel easy to carry home.
Before I go, tell me how to judge success after the first week.
Success is a small task done end-to-end, with fewer errors and less stress, plus a clear note on what to improve next.
Then I will start with one small task and a very low cap.
That sounds like a fine plan for tonight. If you want a challenge later, let the agent draft a plan for a weekend trip, but keep the wallet closed and approve each step.
I will try that when I feel ready and not a minute sooner.
Good tools wait for you, and good rules make them better partners.
I feel lighter now, which is a nice way to end a day.
Light is the right word for it, and the music pairs well with that feeling.
Thank you for the talk and for the calm advice.
You are welcome, and enjoy the walk home with that calm in your pocket. Take care on your way, and let the ideas settle like the last notes of the piano.
I will, and I will come back with a small win to share next time.
I look forward to hearing it, and the door will be open.
It is late, and I should head home, but I just realized I left my wallet on the kitchen table. I forgot my wallet, so would you please treat me to this ginger ale, and I will be very grateful. I know you have been listening along at the counter, and if any of this helped you even a little, please say yes. Thank you so much for saying yes, and you can find the tip jar through the QR code at the lower right of the video, or the link in the description. Please tap like, subscribe, and leave a comment because it keeps this small show alive. You can also find links in the description to other series that are very different from this one. Thanks again for your kindness tonight, and I wish you a safe and gentle night.